Joining me today are renowned filmmaker Mani Ratnam and filmmaker Jayendra Panchapakesan, who revolutionized Indian cinema with cube technology. Hello and welcome.
Thank you, Shilpa.
An absolute pleasure to connect with the two of you. You are presenting and producing Netflix's much-awaited anthology, Navarasa. Now, I know the inspiration is, of course, emotions, but how did the project come about?
Actually, Mani and I go a long way back, and we have been involving ourselves in many social causes and raising funds for them. And when the COVID wave hit our film industry very badly, we thought it was a perfect time to do something for our own industry. And when we were toying with the idea of what to do and how to raise funds and um, how to go about helping our industry, that we really came upon this idea of producing an anthology.
And I hear all the filmmakers and all the stars have worked absolutely pro bono in this project.
Yes, that's true. That's really, I think it's not just, I think the whole industry has come together and, you know, the unique project in that each one has, given us the time, given us the effort, given us everything that we need to make this happen.
Marisa, you handpicked all 9 filmmakers?
No, I think both of us.
Both of you handpicked?
Yeah, and it's not only just handpicked, it is, people who wanted to do and people who could do, had thought the idea was good and that we should do something. So there was a certain amount of drive and initiative from all the filmmakers and the talent.
There's some curiosity around Arvind Swami's directorial debut. You know, he's been very closely associated with you. How did that happen? Did you have to convince him? Did he want to? Was he eager to do it?
He was dying to do it.
Oh, excellent.
I think he's always been wanting to. I think this was a step where, it opened the door open and he just jumped in.
And how involved were the two of you in the stories? Mani sir, I know you've given the story for at least 2 of the films.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's basically the filmmaker's project, but we did go through the stories. We did have whatever reactions that we had, and it's a kind of an effort that was born together. In fact, it was even all the scripts were, sent to Netflix also. So it was a process.
Okay, it was a collaborative process. And Jayendra sir, I hear you were very helpful with the production. You were completely on top of it. Pre-prod, production, you were very concerned about the COVID precautions also taken. And Mani sir, you also kept insisting that the filmmakers make sure that the crew is as minimal as possible.
Yeah, actually, we both of us had a dual responsibility. Two of us, two responsibilities for each of us. One was to make very, very good films for this, and two, make sure that it meets the cause in the environment that we are making it in. So safety of the crew was important on one side. Supporting the industry was another thing, but more than anything, as filmmakers ourselves, we wanted to see very, very good products. So it was all working in our minds, and I think the producers, again, he was always there.
Well, expectations are very, very high. I know you had about 2 Zoom calls with all the filmmakers, but apart from that, you let them do their thing. You were in touch with all of them very closely, but you gave them enough freedom, is what I hear, which is surprising considering both of you are directors who are also producers. So filmmakers say we're always wary of working with producers who are directors, but they gave us absolute freedom.
Yeah, I think because we've been directors, we know that directors need a little bit of freedom. You can't sit and watch over their shoulders all the time. So they have to have freedom to express, freedom to, once the idea is conveyed and once we've gone through the script and we are fine with it, actually what we are expecting from the director is for it to elevate from the script to a final stage. And that's what they need, elbow room. So that was there.
And I know there was a lot of back and forth. They would keep coming back to you for suggestions, for ideas. But I was told you only guided them, but never instructed them. But when you were writing the story, did you have any specific actors in mind when you gave them the story, or did that come out in conversation with the directors and other discussions?
No, I think these were uh, didn't start off with wanting to give stories to anyone. As we're discussing some of them and some of the emotions, which is bouncing ideas, and so there was few things that I had in mind for a feature film, which I thought could fit into this. So that's how it came about.
So much curiosity around all of it. But if the two of you had a choice to pick an emotion and direct a film, which emotion would that be?
I would pick the directors and let them do it. I'm kind of enjoying this role.
Oh, you're enjoying taking a back seat. Okay, all
Yeah.
right. That's honest, but we of course can't wait to see you get back into direction. Now, is there a unifying message that the entire anthology conveys?
Yeah, I think the definition was Navarasa. So it dealt with 9 different emotions, which were classical in our art form. And each film, took that and interpreted it. So that's how, I mean, that concept unifies all these. And it's set in completely different milieus, completely different genres and stratas of society, but still these various facets of emotion binds it together.
You both are masters of your craft. Were there any learnings for you on this project, considering you were the mentors? Did you have any learnings?
Yeah, there was a learning of how to be a mentor, how much to let go, how much you want to be there. So, I mean, it was a completely new role. So we were learning all the time.
I mean, I think to work with 9 directors, 9 films at the same time was definitely a first and a new experience.
Yeah, and I hope not the last one. I hope we get many more from you too. Now, was there anything specifically that you were worried about being able to pull off, or you weren't sure about until it all worked out, of course?
I think that's how it is. When you make a film,
Mhm.
any film that you do, you want something, but you don't know how you'll reach there. So there's always that anxiety of wanting to do your best and wanting to be better than what you think you can do, that it should have a little more than what you think you can do. So that is always there, and that was there for this also. Each and every one of them, till it took a full shape and it was there, we were anxious.
Everyone holds you in such high esteem, the both of you. So, did you find that the filmmakers were a little nervous because they look up to you so much? And did you have to kind of tell them, to kind of calm them down? Did that happen? Because I know all the filmmakers look up to you immensely.
No, actually, it's it's not so at all. In the sense that I think they're filmmakers basically. Once they have the product on, they have a child, they're more concerned about that than who
Your
is
approval. Okay.
yeah. So they're very clear as to how they want to go about it and things like that. So it was we were just like hostel wardens telling this is okay, that is not okay. Maintain COVID, make sure it's very good. I don't think they were. I think all of them were independent minds and they had their own vision and they made sure that the emotion came through.
All right. And your cast is so stellar. I have no words to kind of describe the kind of talent that you have in the cast. It's also interesting to me that Gautham Menon and Arvind Swami are directors, but have also acted in other segments.
Jayendra?
Yeah, yeah. Uh, I think for Arvind Swami, I think he was because him being a debut director in this and him acting was not in another film was I think already the director had requested him, and
Oh,
the same thing with Gautam. I think Karthik had already asked him about acting in the film.
okay. And I'm looking forward to all of it. Thank you so much for joining me today. It was an absolute pleasure waiting to experience the Navarasa.
Thank you.
Shilpa.
Thank you.
Shilpa.